Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's Con's Vlogs. We're back with another video, you guys. Today's video, shout out to my good buddy Chad Smith. You guys might remember him from a few videos back. He's got an orange SS manual. Thing is sick. But anyway, he came up with the suggestion. I guess a lot of people don't know the difference between a Mach 1, a Mustang GT, and a Mach 1 handling pack, which I do not have. Mine is just a regular Mach 1. It does have all the luxury features you could get, but it does not have the Recaro seats. It does not have the upgraded suspension that the handling pack does. So today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to step outside of the car, go around the whole thing, and show you guys the differences and tell you what makes the Mach 1 so special. A lot of it is suspension stuff. Some of it is powertrain stuff. We'll get into it, you guys. We'll start off with the interior here in just a second, but before we get started, you guys, go ahead and consider smashing the like button, subscribing to the channel, and share it, you guys. It helps, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let's get right into it. Start off with the interior of what makes the Mach 1 special. To start off, nothing. It is literally just like a regular GT with the premium, with the digital dash, the ambient lighting at night. It does have a serialized plate right there, so all the Mach 1s are serialized. I don't know how many were made. Ford has not released an official production number yet, so I don't know how many were made, but it is a serialized car. They all do come with this chassis plate right there. Kind of cool. I do have the Mach 1 Legacy Pack, which adds this orange accent stripe on the seats. These are obviously the leather upgraded seats, not the Recaros. There is one step above this. It is the Recaro leathers. You do have the sick fighter jet gauges here for the drive modes, the steering modes, traction control, as well as the hazards. Yeah. While we're inside, we can actually talk about the transmissions in these cars. So you can get it with the 10-speed like I have, which is the same 10-speed that is in the Mustang GTs, or you can opt for the manual. Now, the manual in the Mustang GTs is the MT82. The MT82 is a pile of dog water for a transmission. It is glass, from what I hear. I have driven a car with them and it does not feel good. It's clunky, it's really loud, it thuds in the back like every time you put it in gear. And apparently they are very fragile as well. The Mach 1 in the manual comes with the I think it's the T3160. It's basically a TR6160. It's the same parts as that, but it is the exact same transmission and same gear ratio as the GT350, which is the one that everybody wants. So if you get it with a manual, which I did not, and I do not regret that, my 10-speed can shift faster than you in your manual. I got the 10-speed because for what I'm going to use the car for, it's going to be better for me. It's going to be easier. But yes, so you can get it with the Tremec transmission. That is a big plus on the Mach 1. You step outside of the Mach. Ooh, she looks good, man. You step outside, obviously, the first thing you're going to tell is the front end is different, okay? It has these little fake intakes. I say fake, but you can remove that back plate and it goes right to the air filter, but your air filter gets disgustingly dirty if you do that, so I'm not going to. These little ducts right here on the side are actually fully functional, but there is a little box back there, I hope you can see it, little hole that actually cools the brakes. These are the same brakes that you can get on the Mustang GT PP2. They also are the same brakes that come on the handling pack version of the car. The handling pack has a splitter extension, so it's the same splitter that it has now with another one below it. It looks super good and I really want it on my car. And lowest spec wheels you can get on a Mach 1. The PP2 wheels are a little bit bigger. You get 305s squared on the PP2. The regular Mach 1 like I have has 255s up front, 275s in the rear. Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's. If you do opt to the handling package, it gets 305s up front, 315 in the rears, and they are Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s. Bit of an upgrade. I wanted aftermarket wheels eventually anyway, so I wasn't really tripping on that. I don't love these wheels, but they do for now. Along with the added brake cooling for the Mach 1, these cars actually do come with an additional oil cooler from the GT350, as well as a transmission cooler from the GT350. But that additional transmission cooler on the track, from what I understand, makes a huge difference. Ford claims it keeps the transmission temps up to 75% cooler and your oil temps like 50% cooler. Both Mach 1s get that. Both the auto and the manual get it. That does not come in any of the Mustang GTs, the oil cooler or the trans cooler. Back here, we can touch on the suspension a little bit. So the highest spec Mustang GT, the Performance Pack 2, comes with MagRide 4 as well as the Mach 1. So all Mach 1s have the MagRide 4 struts. The handling package gives you the exact same suspension, spring rates, and sway bars from a GT350R straight out of it onto the Mach 1, and that's only on the handling pack, which my car does not have. It has the PP2 suspension, which still has the MagRide, so it still has the adjustable drive controls, and it is so good still. The springs are still really stiff, but they're not too stiff. As well as the handling pack gives you different camber plates for more camber, as well as adjustable top mounts on the front struts. I don't have that, neither will a PP2 Mustang. The Mach 1s do get these side skirts as well. Move our way back here, I have the lowest spoiler possible. The handling pack comes with the GT500 spoiler, and then on the PP2 you can get the Performance Pack spoiler, which is different than both of them, sticks up a little bit further, looks really good. We move our way down here. This right here is the GT500 diffuser. Now these only come on the Mach 1s and the GT500s. That is because these cars actually have the exact same exhaust. So the Mach 1s come with the GT500 exhaust. No Mustang GT comes with that. This comes with the 500 diffuser exhaust, as well as the 500 rear axle cooling ducts. Basically the Mach 1 is like a step above the PP2, but not quite to the Shelby, because they didn't do a 350 after 2020, I believe, and then they made the Mach 1 in 2021. So the handling pack was kind of the replacement for the Shelby GT350. This is kind of in between the 350 and the PP2 because it's not the handling pack. Obviously, like I mentioned, sway bars, springs, tow rods, all that will be different on the handling pack because it is from the 350. Aside from the front subframe of this car and the handling pack are from the 350 as well. It's kind of a lot of information. It really is confusing. So if you have any questions or need clarification, and maybe I went over it in a really confusing way, let me know down below. I'll try to address it the best I can. But if we pop the hood here, we can actually get down to the main reason why most people want the Mach 1. Along with the added cooling from the oil cooler and the trans cooler, this car does come with some engine upgrades. So this car actually comes with the GT350 intake manifold, throttle body, and intake system, whereas any Mustang GT will not come with any of that. It'll be a basic Coyote manifold, a smaller throttle body, and a way smaller intake. Ford claims this is good for about 20 horsepower. They dyno significantly higher than a base GT though. So Ford claims that this car right here makes 470 at the crank. I have yet to see one dyno below 440 wheel. I don't know, I haven't thrown mine on a dyno yet. I would love to. So basically the Mach 1, it's gonna come with the GT350 intake manifold, throttle body, and intake system, as well as the GT350 oil cooler, trans cooler. It does come with the PP2 MagRide 4 and springs, as well as the sway bars that are upgraded from the base GT. If you opt up to the handling package, you're gonna get an extra splitter, the GT500 spoiler, you're gonna get Pilot Sport Cup 2s on some wider wheels to fit a 305 up front, 315 in the rear. And the Mach 1s all come with the GT500 exhaust, as well as the handling pack will also add in the stiffer springs from the GT350 and different sway bars from the GT350. So I think that pretty much summarizes everything, you guys. Like I said, a lot to digest. I get it. Go do your research if you're really that curious about it, or just comment down below and I will try to clarify. I'm also taking video suggestions as well. I want to get out and drive this thing. I just took it on its first cruise. I believe we passed 1,500 miles on it since I bought it about. And I am in love with it. I regret nothing. I know a lot of you guys are pretty salty that I sold the old SS. The SS is an amazing car. It is, but financially, I needed something that I could afford to drive, and the SS was not it because it was breaking every single time I drove it. But yeah, that's gonna be you guys. Like I said, hit the subscribe button, like the video, share it, tell your friends. I'll talk to you guys on the next one.